we thought it was just another story. Today, Mr. Speaker, I come from an agricultural constituency. Fertilizer was 7,500 shillings per bag. Today, we are spending 2,500 shillings for the same bag, even with the inflation consideration. Even if you don't like anybody or somebody, even if you have bad feelings about somebody, when something good has been done, it is good for us leaders to speak the truth. Mr. Speaker, that does not happen just because of a miracle. It happened because somebody managed our situation. He came in when we were struggling to pay our debts. He managed the financial crisis that were therein, and he was able to stabilize the basic commodities that can enable star production in our villages. Mr. Speaker, back to what I said about my previous role as a vice chair of the Committee of Transport. Then when we were debating on which constituency is going to get what, when I was the vice chair, there is this member called Honorable Danson Mwashako Mwakuona, the current MP for Wundanyi constituency. He appeared in the committee last parliament, pleaded with the committee and the minister to be considered to at least get 1 kilometer of tarmac. 1 kilometer. Mr. Speaker, I come from Githunguri constituency. I'm not speaking about 1 kilometer in my constituency. I'm not talking about 20 kilometers in my constituency. I have more. And I sit in this house as a member, like any other member in this house, who has not even a single kilometer of tarmac. Mr. Speaker, even as we speak about our people, our voters, we must remember that we have one fabric called Kenya. And as we speak about some regions enjoying tarmac, enjoying housing, enjoying airports, we must consider those that come from such corners of Kenya who have never experienced a kilometer of tarmac. It will not happen by narratives or theories or proposals. It will only happen by managing our situation financially, including debts. Let us allow the president of the day manage the situation. As a house, we must support him and advise him so that he can manage the situation and ensure that as I receive 2,180 units of affordable housing in Githunguri, all other constituencies in this country get the same share. Mr. Speaker, debts do not have a rubber stamp of who received how many kilometers of tarmac. It is normally referred as a Kenyan debt, not as a regional debt. So as we manage our debt, we must make sure every corner of this country is benefiting from our crisis if we have a crisis, or as our gains if we have a gains. So, Mr. Speaker, those that are campaigning in funerals and weddings on how poorly we are performing as a government must also tell us, when they were in that position, what did they do? I am not here to attack anybody, but Mr. Speaker, allow me to put it as it is.
You cannot tell us that we are not going to benefit from recovering assets, liquidating our assets so that we can help our people recover from the financial crisis, and you have no alternative solution. For me, as I listen to people speak, I want to hear solutions. I want to see tangible projects. Mr. Speaker, allow us to debate this matter, advise the president, advise the executive on many avenues and ways of managing our debt crisis without putting the blame on a few of the...
Honorable Mkunji.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I also want to put in my word on the report of the medium-term debt management strategy.
Honorable Speaker, I first want to start clearly by differing with the majority leader, even if he has left. Honorable Speaker, when the majority leader misleads the nation by saying that
Honorable Mkunji,
securitization
Honorable
is not borrowing.
Order. Speak to this. You have a chance. Enjoy. Don't speak to leader. Speak to this debate. Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. I just want to say that securitization is borrowing. And Honorable Speaker, It is only that you are borrowing against revenue that is supposed to have been received by the future generation of this nation. Honorable Speaker, I want this House to take the issue of debt seriously, because we are here, Honorable Speaker, today, but in another 5 years, we have a generation that is growing. We have Gen Zs that need to get jobs. And sustainability of our borrowing, Honorable Speaker, is something that is supposed to be discussed. Honorable Speaker, the fuel levy, the housing levy, our dividends, these are things that Kenyans receive every year. And those are resources that are received and that are supposed to be utilized, knowing that in the future of the nation, yes, we might need all the roads made, but we must not strangle the future of our nation by borrowing everything and making it difficult for this nation to run in future. Because, Honorable Speaker, we are talking about resources here. The biggest question, Honorable Speaker, is the issue of how the monies that have been received, either through debt, through revenue, are used in this country. That is the biggest question. And, Honorable Speaker, we can talk here and forget that every day there is always a query from the Auditor General. There is always a newspaper article on lost funds. There is always a ballooned renovation, maybe of State House. Honorable Speaker, there is a ballooned construction of a certain stadium. And these are things, Honorable Speaker, that are eating our taxes and are making us borrow even more. And, Honorable Speaker, preparing to read our budget this year of 4.6 trillion, with our collection previously having been around 2.6 trillion, it tells you that we are actually getting money from debt to actually fit the fiscal deficit. And it's good to say that this House has actually signed off the management of debts of this country to some expert analysis without those analyses being brought here for approval. I feel, as the committee has recommended, Honorable Speaker, as the committee has recommended, all securitization.
Let me hear a point of order from Honorable Muchomba.
Mr. Speaker, is it in order for the member for Runyenjes to, for Honorable Mukonji, to refer to some agencies or some private companies that have been signed off to manage our debts without tabling documents to that effect?
Oh, therefore,
He's out of order.
Honorable Mkunji, I also heard you. You need to substantiate.
Honorable Speaker, first, I'm not the member of Runyenjes, so I will not answer Honorable Mushomba. I will just continue with my contribution.
Order, Honorable Mkunji. Relax. These are hours of debate, and I'll give you more time. Just asking you to substantiate what you did say about this House signing off to agencies. Substantiate that.
Honorable Speaker, I will just substantiate by explaining the law that we passed in this House. We passed a law and said that, Honorable Speaker, we are going to anchor our debts to the GDP. Honorable Speaker, experts must analyze and know very well that the GDP of our nation, without even the scrutiny of this House, is this much. And then after that, we are able to borrow more. And those are experts, Honorable Mushomba, that are supposed to do that. And that is how we have gotten to serious levels of borrowing, Honorable Speaker, in a way that we are not able to actually know how much debt this country has at any single time.
Honorable Mukunji, you don't have the capacity to do that, and I can see, I'm a teacher of economics, and I can see you have completely swayed to the ratio of debt, the debt ratio to GDP, which does not relate to the question that you actually raised and you have been asked. So quickly, I want you to proceed with your debate, withdraw and proceed.
Withdraw what, Honorable Speaker? I am giving my comments of the report that is on the floor.
You are unable.
Honorable Speaker, when I say, Honorable Speaker, when I say it is experts that analyze
Order.
the GDP of our nation, am I wrong?
Order, Mukunji. You are unable to substantiate. When you are unable to substantiate and you are unable to have facts, you quickly withdraw and proceed with your debate. It's not making you any weak in any way. And we are also helping you to get used to debate. Give him the mic to proceed. Withdraw and proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I have to withdraw something that I've said that is supposed to be substantiated. All I have said is it is experts, financial experts, that do the analysis of GDP. It is not this House, and that is, I stand with that.
Oh, thank you. So you are misquoted.
I was misquoted by Honorable Mushomba.
Proceed then.
Honorable Speaker, I just want to say that...
yes. Yes, Honorable Muchomba.
Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Mukunji is out of order because this is a house of records and we must have record to support any debate, especially an allegation of what was done by this house. He's claiming that this house passed on.
Disclose that, which is not true. Let them hold their horses, wait for the National Infrastructure Fund bill next week.
Yes, exactly. Like you put it, and you are unable to substantiate, you withdraw and proceed with your debate. Could you do that and proceed with the debate?
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, unless you want me to bring a law that we have passed in this House back to Mushomba for her to read, then, Honorable Speaker, I don't have to even argue on this.
No,
It is
meanwhile,
obvious.
we actually amended the law to ensure we anchor our debt to the GDP of the nation. It is followed. From then, henceforth, we have not sat in this House to increase our debt ceiling. It is normally looked at
by experts, and we are told now we can borrow this much, or we are told to reduce our debt. It is automatically something that should not be argued about, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. I think, Honorable Mukunji, you are unable to withdraw, and you don't want to follow the order and
the normal rules that we use in the House. And therefore, I would advise that
you proceed to withdraw that, and if you don't want to withdraw, then you forfeit your chance.
Honorable Speaker, I will not withdraw. Because I believe what I've stated is in the public domain. And, Honorable Speaker, we can talk even up to tomorrow. But the fact of the matter is, with management of this country, we have seen a lot of transparency in as far as borrowing is concerned. Mr. Speaker, we have seen a reduction of external borrowing and an increase in domestic borrowing, which to me is very key because we still have, instead of paying our debt in dollars, we are now seeing the money being borrowed domestically and it becomes cheaper. We have seen the policy moving towards and raising long-term
borrowing at cheaper rates as opposed to some of the debts that we have with very short period of repayment. So when we sit here as a parliament, we sit here so that we can see what a proper debt management policy is, not to try and bring politicking so that we can be seen out there by our constituents that we are speaking in parliament. We are here because debt is a very serious issue in this country. I want to congratulate His Excellency the President because the debts that were taken by the first government, by the second government, by the third government, by the fourth government, were all starting to be paid during the current government. And the President has been in front of championing, restructuring, implementing productive programs with the money that is borrowed. So, Mr. Speaker, we can't come here and trivialize and bring politics. This government is serious on matters of agriculture. And I wish majority of the money that have been borrowed for all this by all this government were being put in agriculture. We will not be talking about food as a scarcity of food in this country. If we put a lot of money that was borrowed in sectors like water, we will not be talking about the effect of drought. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support this policy because it is simple and very clear that the government is now focused to deliver, and anything that is going to assist this government to deliver, it must be supported. So I support this policy because it's addressing the cost, the length of maturity, the cheapness of the loans, etc., etc. I thank you.
Very well, honorable members. I think the time for this particular debate is already exhausted. I want to call upon the mover to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I would like to take this opportunity to reply on behalf of the Chairman, Abdisharia, and his committee. Honorable Speaker, let me reply. I can see the member for Magarini would like a bite from my time, but I think the standing orders are such that if I start speaking, then I cannot. He should have talked to me. The 9 recommendations that have been made. The same speech, Honorable Speaker. If you check the Hansard, it is just the same thoughts, same ideas, same everything. I am afraid that probably somebody went and crammed lecture notes and comes to this parliament, regurgitates them, goes to the next place, says the same thing. Honorable Speaker, we had the issue of the IPO for the pipeline, Honorable Speaker. Somehow, whatever they used to predict here has not happened.
Actually, it has been oversubscribed heavily, Honorable Speaker. And I am afraid even when the Safaricom e-share comes to this speaker, this House, Honorable Speaker, without anticipating debate, Honorable Speaker, probably it will also go the same way. They say, you know, it is cheaper. Then they change, say, you know, it has been undervalued. They say, no, it is very expensive, Honorable Speaker. We want to tell these guys that are bitter off because they have lost a position in this parliament. There is time, take time to grow. If you graduated with a master's degree yesterday, it doesn't mean you actually have the experience to be able to give lectures and to talk to people about economics. Honorable Speaker, you're still a neophyte in economics. Take time, study, read, talk to people who have been in the practice to understand, Honorable Speaker, instead of coming here to expose your ignorance on matters economics, Honorable Speaker. But Honorable Speaker, I want to say a few things. Where I come from, my constituency, I have seen securitization work for us. I have seen roads that would otherwise not have been completed. I remember Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, came here and sang for us a song called Safari ya Bamba ni Machero, and promised us that that road would be completed, built and completed in the 12th Parliament. They came, started the road, and that road never took off until he finished his term. But I want to tell him now from this podium that William Ruto, with his securitization money, has completed the road, Honorable Speaker, through my constituency. It is now completed, and it is going to Ganze, and we will not sing about Safari ya Bamba ni Machero, we'll talk about Safari ya Bamba ni Rero. Just because some guy with some mind said, why don't we try this to raise funds to move the country forward, Honorable Speaker? And for me, that is debt management. That is good debt management when you use the funds that you have borrowed properly, Honorable Speaker. I have the road from Gede to Kakuyuni, Honorable Speaker, is now, Honorable Speaker, on the verge of being completed, Honorable Speaker. Many other roads in this country, areas. I went to the Honorable Millie Odhiambo's constituency, Honorable Speaker, in Rusinga, and I saw roads.
Order.
Honorable Speaker.
Order. What's your point of order, Honorable?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a lot of respect for my uncle, but the road
Who is your uncle, Honorable? You know we don't have uncles in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Anyway, I have a lot of respect for the Deputy Majority, Honorable Owen Baya,
Very well.
who happens back at home to be my uncle. Okay. Mr. Speaker, the road which His Excellency, the former president, spoke about was from Mariakani to Bamba, of which it was done during his time. The one the deputy majority is talking about is the one from Kilifi to Bamba. So I don't think it's in order to tell this House that His Excellency, the former president, never completed what he told this House or what he told the nation. Thank you.
Very well. I think you are informing him, but let's hear what he has to say about it.
Honorable
Proceed.
Speaker, I want to be on record in this House to state the fact that the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta never built the road from Kilifi to Bamba, to Ganze. He built the road from Mariakani to Bamba. The song about Safari ya Bamba ni Machero is one that starts from Kilifi to Bamba. And that is a fact, and it cannot be disputed. And Uhuru Kenyatta never built that road. It has been built now. And I'm not in dispute to what he's talking about. I'm not disputing to what he's talking about. I am stating facts. And I would like to request the member for Magarini to actually listen to me so that, I can bless him. He has said that I'm his uncle.
Proceed with your reply. You may have a cup of tea
Bless
to
him.
see exactly which road it was. Proceed.
Yes. So, Honorable Speaker, in reply, I would like to say that, and some of the recommendations that have come from this House actually are very good. One of the things that we must do is to see that we manage debt. We manage debt. And debt management